If you're posting on Instagram and you're not getting any new clients, you're doing it wrong. All right. In this video, I'm going to share with you the new way to turn your posts into paying clients. Because one of the worst things that can happen is you spend hours making content, right? Then you spend a bunch of time posting content. And then once you post it, you just sit there and just refresh, looking at the engagement and likes and comments, and you're only left with a couple likes, right? And that sucks because you spent so much time creating it. For it to fall flat just feels like a waste of time, right? And that's just engagement. You know, we do need to have some engagement, but we really want to post to get more clients. So if you're posting and that sounds like you and you're not getting any clients or engagement, I want you to watch this video until the end. And I'm going to give you my 7-day posting template. There'll be a little screenshot of what it looks like below. We're going to go through this entire thing from start to finish, Monday through Saturday, of what to post. So you know what to post, when to post it, so you can start making more sales for your coaching business. All right. And if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Dr. Matt. I help coaches grow to 20 to 100K months with simple marketing strategies and really just optimizing their offers. All right. Simple offers, simple marketing. That's all you need to grow a coaching business to 20 to 100K a month. And what I'm going to cover is the same strategy that I use to book 3 to 5 sales calls a day on Instagram. And it's the same one that my clients use too, like Brooks, who's doing 20 to 40K months. And he's actually used this strategy to grow his page to 92,000 followers at the time of this video. And Greg also uses it to hit 30 to 40K months with 153,000 followers. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in and get started. All right, so we're gonna be covering how I book 3 to 5 sales calls a day from Instagram. Now, this is just proof. So this is from my Hyros. This is our tracking software we use to track all of our attribution across all channels, ads as well as organic. And you can see inside of here, we have 1,136 calls. And this was over the last 12 months, okay? It's been pretty steady. We did have one big launch that we did here in April that booked a ton of calls, you can see. But for the most part, we stay very close to those 3 to 5 calls a day as of right now, okay? So before I kind of show you the new way, I gotta show you the old way, okay? The old way, and this is what a lot of business coaches, especially in the health and fitness space, are teaching, is to create viral content. Okay. And this relies really heavily on crazy hooks, right? Crazy hooks. And this can feel very inauthentic, right? You probably wouldn't say, you know, here are the 3 fat loss tips that you would use if you blah, 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 blah. Like it just feels inauthentic and it feels so forced, right? You might take 5 different takes, maybe 10 different takes of the hook. And it just feels so forced is the best way of putting it, right? And you know what this leads to is low quality followers, people who can't afford your coaching, which sucks. You get all these followers from your viral content, no one buys. And then you get people who are just like following for free dopamine hits. So you could have like, 100K followers, but maybe of those you have like 100 to 1,000 people who are quality. And then from there, you got to get those people to book calls. That's not fun to me, right? So let me show you the new way, okay? New way to use Instagram to get more clients. The new way is to use paid ads and collaborations to attract high quality leads, okay? Because with both of these, with paid ads, I can call out the exact person, all right, I wanna work with, the exact person. Hey, if this is you, blah, 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 do this thing, right? Whether it's follow my account, DM me this word, or click the link, I can be very specific in my call out, okay? With collaborations, this is leveraging word of mouth referrals, right? Word of mouth. So I can find people who already have really high quality audiences and say, hey, I'd love to collaborate with you. Can you send an email out for me? Can we do a shout out on Instagram? Can we cross post or like make a post together? Because when we do that, if we have a high quality person, we can get a lot more traffic, right? I've been doing this since 2015, that these 2 ways are the best ways to get in front of high quality people. Now, once we have that, we then use Instagram and YouTube together to nurture, right? So this is gonna be nurture, right? Handwriting's not pretty, but nurturing, right? This is gonna be the middle of the funnel, right? So when people say top of funnel is up here, paid ads, collaborations, to get in front of new people. Middle of funnel is Instagram and YouTube to nurture your audience, and essentially warm them up to build trust, okay? We have to have trust if we're selling high ticket or honestly selling anything, right? And then the final way is we're going to DM people who engage in our content. We will email them with updates, offers, etc. And that's going to lead to a deal, right? It's going to lead to a deal or a closed client. This is the new way, okay? And if you do it this way, again, content is the middle of the funnel, right? Content's going to help you build trust, develop a relationship. And the cool part about this, if you do it right way, is you can be yourself. You don't have to be that inauthentic, spammy, attention-grabbing person because that's honestly just not a great way to build trust, in my opinion, okay? With this, it doesn't feel forced, right? It feels fun and it feels authentic, which are all really important things to build trust and just do it a long time, right? If you hate doing it because it feels forced and it feels hard, you're probably not going to do it very long, okay? So why is this important, right? Like, well, Matt, why can't I just do content? Why can't I just do ads? Why do I have to do all three of these things? Well, here's why, right? Google came out with a study. I think this was in 2023 or 2024. And they came up with this thing called the 7-11-4 rule, okay? And it describes how people interact with brands and businesses before they purchase, okay? On average, Google found that someone needs to spend 7 hours, okay? 7 hours researching a product or service before buying. In our space, if you're a health and wellness coach or a coach online, this is going to be how somebody watches your content. This is going to be someone spending time watching your content, okay? The short stuff that's just like in your face, get my attention, will help you build your audience, but it doesn't rack up this time, right? So we need to spend more time. And with the strategy I'm going to share with you, I'm going to show you how to really build up the time that people can consume your content and keep coming back to it because it's just so good. Okay, so they spend 7 hours. They have 11 different interactions or touch points with the brand. So they see at least something 11 times. 11 different posts. It could be an email is one, a post is one, a story is one. They need it to talk to you at least 11 times. They're not going to go from an ad that's like, hey, I'm looking for 5 guys, and they're going to buy right off the bat. Okay, if you guys are still doing that strategy, it doesn't work very well if you don't create content because of that. Okay, and then the 4 rule of this is they interact across 4 platforms, right? This could be Instagram, YouTube, email. I would even put like DMs. DMs could also be something over here, or even a call. A call would be another platform. But typically you're going to see them on Instagram, right? They're going to go into your DMs. They might see your stories. That'd be a 3rd interaction. Hop on a call. That's 4, right? It's not just like one platform and one strategy is going to do everything for you. You need to have different interactions across different platforms to get 7 hours of screen time, right? 11 plus times they need to see you, and they need to see you across multiple different platforms, okay? When I say multiple platforms, you don't need to do YouTube to start, okay? I want to be clear on that. If you're doing under 20K a month, just stick on Instagram, but post, stories, DMs, calls, right? There's your 4. If you ever want to do live webinars, cool, that could be your 5th, right? This is more just Google's framework from everything, okay? So again, we got to build 7 hours of content, all right? So now let me go ahead and we're going to transition over to my computer, and I'm going to give you that 7-day posting strategy that I shared. And I'm going to give you examples of each of them so that you know exactly what to do to sign more clients and post good content that feels authentic and not forced, all right? So let's jump in and we'll get started. All right, so I've got my posting strategy up here. Again, we're gonna go through this one day at a time. I'm just gonna cover the posts, okay? This is a template of what I would give for my clients. If you guys want access to this, I will link this in the description, okay? So link will be in the description below. Go check it out if you want this full thing to download. The biggest thing with stories, I'm just gonna hit on it for a second and we'll jump in, is you wanna be the attractive character, okay? So you wanna show up every day doing the thing that your clients want to do. If you're a health and fitness coach, your stories should be you in the gym, you cooking food, right? You being the person that the client wants to become or having the attributes that they want to become. Okay. If you're a business coach, share, hey, I just got off a sales call. Like this was what happened today on the call. Man, I'm so excited. I just signed in their client. Look at my clients. They're also signing clients, right? So the big thing with stories, be the attractive character. And then 2 is show social proof, right? So like at least once a week, if not twice a week, I just try to throw up case studies, testimonials from inside my community. And I typically do this by just doing a Win Wednesday post, like in my community. So let me just pull it up real quick so you guys can see it, right? So this is my school group. I have a wins category here. And every single week I ask, hey, what are some wins you guys celebrate, right? 40 comments last week, 31 comments the week before, 40 again. So I can just like take these, right? So I typically get 40 or so a post, and then I can just screenshot those, right? And then throw them up on my stories every time. And it's just like, it's so easy, right? If I get 40 in one day, I can easily post, 2 or 3 on my story across 2 to 3 times a week, right? Very, very simple. Okay. All right. So that's all I'm going to talk about were stories. I want this video to be more focused on posts. But again, if you want this whole entire template, it'll be in the link below. Okay. So what I like to do, again, ads are going to drive people to my page, right? I'm going to get new followers. I'm going to be posting lead magnets. I'm going to be posting offers. That's going to be in ads. It's going to drive people to my account. And this content strategy is going to help me nurture and build trust with the people who come to my account. All right. Every Monday, my clients and myself love to do a value post. Okay. And this can be in a number of different ways, but I also like to pair a value post once a week. It could be Monday or another week, is to do, hey, comment this word below and I'll send you my free guide. Okay. I want to show you an example of this for two styles, right? The first style I want to share with you is a carousel slide. If you guys have been following me on Instagram, most of my content are carousels, and it's because I like to write and I like to film YouTube videos. Okay, I prefer those over Reels, but I still do Reels. Okay, but let me just show you this one. Okay, so this is an example of a value post with a 2-step call to action to DM you for a free guide. Okay, if you guys don't follow Brooks, Brooks is the man. He's got 92,000 followers, and his best engaging content are these carousel slides. He gives a ton away, and he'll sometimes pair it with comment this below for the link. Okay, so for this one in particular, we can kind of just go through it. If you're trying to make calorie deficit and you're frustrated with your results, fix this number 1 mistake. And then he's going to go in and provide a lot of value. Now, with carousels in particular, remember I talked about the 7-11-4 rule of they need to spend more time with you. Carousels are actually kind of like mid-form content, and those actually will increase that time. So I've noticed that I'll actually get a lot more sales with this if somebody goes through the full thing, because sometimes it might take them 2 to 3 or maybe even 4 minutes to go through a carousel versus like a reel that's 15 seconds that's just a dopamine hit, right? So if he goes through and gives some really awesome tips on calorie expenditure and backs it up with science, really, really smart, right? And then his last call to action is comment a calculator below for a free calorie and protein target so you can find your customized targets. And then he also says, P.S. I'm looking for people who want help too. So he kind of did 2 call to actions. I would just do 1, but this worked for him. So if we look at this, I could probably just scroll down. I picked this because I think he had like 50 to 70 comments for his freebie, right? And this calculator here then populates in his DMs, right? And it's like, hey, here's the link. We use either ManyChat or Go High Level for this. And then all those people are now leads that he can book calls with, right? Love carousels. Okay, so that's an example of a carousel value post. Another one, if you guys like to do videos, could just be a sample workout. So this is my man, Kevin. We've been working together since 2021. And his best content that he does are these simple workouts. He essentially just like puts his phone on a tripod and gets 3 to 4 movements of his workout from a couple different angles. After he's already done the workout, he adds one little hook at the start, right? You might have saw it a second ago. When it comes around, you'll see it, right? So it's going to be right here, right? If I had to lose 20 pounds, I'd add this workout into my rotation. He helps busy dads lose weight, right? Do this 20-minute workout to ditch the dad bod, details below. So his value here is just giving them the free workout, right? Here is the workout, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, do these things, right? Hey, this is as hard as it looks. Hit save and archive it for the future, right? And then he has a CTA. It's like if you want access to my top 30 workouts, drop a 30 below and I'll send you the details, okay? And then this one got like so many comments. It was over 100, right? All different comment 30. So all of these just are populating into his DMs. And he actually sold a $10 guide with this. So the $10 lead magnet essentially to get his top 30 workouts. And if you see his content, he posts these multiple times a week because they just do, really well, right? And he doesn't always do a CTA for them, but if he does, he'll get 20, 30 leads minimum per post. And some of them are a lot more, right? So like this one over here, 81, right? 16, 40, 48, 72, I could go on, but he does a great job of doing it. Like this one, 3,282 comments. That's crazy, right? So again, all this is value. Giving them a free workout, telling them to do the CTA, or giving them really good information, telling them to comment below for the thing, right? So do that at least once a week. I like doing it on Mondays. I just find that I get the best engagement for stuff like that on Mondays. Okay, next up, we're gonna go to Tuesday. Tuesday is a personal story post. I'm gonna also share Kevin again because we're already on his account and he does such a great job of storytelling. He actually has this as a pinned post. But one of the reasons that you need this in your content is to develop that know, like, and trust, right, in your content. And you can do that when you get vulnerable and you get deep with people. And he does a really, really good job of this in his in this post. This is a before and after of him. He works with busy dads, right? And this is him when he first had his son. And you can see he's overweight. He needed to have skin-on-skin contact with the baby. And he felt ashamed to put that, like take his shirt off to get that in the hospital. And that's part of his origin story. So he talks about this in his content. He talks about it in his ads. He talks about it in his video sales letters. He talks about it in his lead magnets because this is a conversion mechanism, right? Because it helps you build trust with your ideal clients, right? Other dads are like, dude, that's me too, man. I feel that. I thought I was alone, right? He knows that and he shares that. So he's like, you could say that and be like, oh, that sounds manipulative. But if you know that you can help people, you want to do everything in your power to help them. If you don't believe in your product, don't think you can help, that's unethical. But if you know I can help dads and I'm going to share my story the best way I possibly can, do it, okay? Do it. So he knows that. This is him when he was having a baby. This is him after a transformation cut. And he goes so deep into that. So just what I shared with you there, he goes through what he tried. He goes through all of that. There's no magic pills, blah, blah, blah. And again, at the bottom of this is pinned. And he does have, hey, comment this word below and I'll send you a training, right? And this is just like super inspirational. People are just like loving his stuff. Great post, me too. All of that in the comments, okay? So relate to people. Share something vulnerable about yourself and do it in a way that relates to your ideal client's struggle, okay? Post that at least once a week. All right, next up, we're gonna roll into Wednesday. Wednesday is a testimonial post or before and after. And I've got a couple different examples of this here. We want to do this at least once a week because we need to show proof. Okay, we need to talk about our offer and show proof. There's no better piece of content out there to build trust than to show that you're doing it right now with other people that are like your ideal clients. Okay, so I'm going to share my lovely girlfriend here. She does a great job of creating these posts and posting them, and also her branding is just on point. Okay, so here's one that she has pinned. Right? You could make a post like this weekly, or you could just pin it, but it goes over the transformations that she's helped with her ideal clients, right? It goes over a bunch of them. It just shows a ton of proof, right? This builds trust. Holy cow. Look at all the things they just say. So it was like, look at the transformations because that's what we want, right? And how do they feel? Confident. How they came over pre-pregnancy, right? So ideal client, right? Negative self-talk, relationship with alcohol, changed. Look at all the results. Holy cow, right? And then at the end, she'll have comment info below and I'll send you details of how we can help. Great job. That one took a lot of time. So you might post that like once a month or so, but she'll also just post things like this that are every single week, right? So it's like, here's one case study. Here's all the things that she tried. Here's what she did. Comment info for more information. Simple reel. She does great. All right, so here's another one, right? Before and after, right next to each other, shows a transformation, talks about what she does, working full time, shows some more progress. Here's how we can help, right? And it's just showing what her offer is. She's talking about her offer. If you want people to buy your stuff, you need to tell them how you can help and show them you can help. Okay, so do it. All right. Here's two other ways you can show proof if you're not in the health and fitness space. So for me, I post these pretty regularly. So this was one. I actually get these trophies over here. They're like $100, but so worth it because I run them as ads and I try to post them at least once every 2 weeks. I actually just posted one today, this morning, right? And I love them. I love them. It just shows that you do what you say you do, right? Now, this is a really cool one that I had my client who's a PT owner set up to do as well. And he has this board, right, at the gym. And inside of it, it says like, hey, my name is, the person writes their name. I am a gym enthusiast, right? And I can now exercise my right shoulder without pain. Okay. So he can now work out without pain. And then he has this like a few other places. Hey, my name is Felix. I'm a raver. He likes to rave. Cool. I'm a cat dad, right? And I can run, bike, hike, and climb again. So freaking cool, right? So he takes pictures of these. My name is Jason. I'm an aging dude and I'm back, baby. Like it just shows cool. Like he's getting results. People are happy. People work with him. And the people that he's taking pictures of are his ideal clients and post them. And people come to the page and say, oh man, you know what? You know, Jay is a lot like me, right? Or you know what? Jason is a lot like me, right? Oh, Felix, I'm a raver too. If he's helped ravers, I bet he can help me too, right? Really, really simple way. But the gist of this is make sure you're posting this at least once a week, right? Share a case study or a win that clients are experiencing. Okay. Thursday, we're going to do another value post, or you can do a tweet style post. And, you know, that's essentially the same thing of what I shared in this first one, right? Just two simple examples there. All right. So I don't need to show it again. Just repeat what you did on Monday. Again, carousels or reels work really well. Friday, you're going to want to throw a rock at an enemy or take a stand, go on a rant. Okay. This is going to create some controversy. And we need controversy to really say, hey, this is what I believe in. I'm taking a stand for this. First, here are my tips, here are more tips, here are more tips. That's great. But especially in health and fitness, if you can say, hey, this is stupid, everyone's doing this and it's a stupid thing, here's why, it creates attention and it will build more trust with people who are the right fits for your offer. All right, so for this one, I'm going to share an example from my friend Adrian. Now, Adrian and I do not work together, but he's just a friend here in Austin, and I think he does an awesome job on this. He just posted this 3 days ago, and he's throwing rocks so hard at the seed oil. And there's a big movement, right, in the health and fitness space where seed oils are bad, raw milk is incredible, artificial dyes are killing people, and he has his PhD in research. And he throws rocks so hard at this, and sometimes maybe a little political stuff too, but it just does so well. And he proves in his research, he proves / fights with evidence, right? So he's like, hey, here are some studies to show you that that's not the case. And he goes through a bunch of reasons why. I mean, look how much time he spent on this entire thing, but you can see that it just does incredible. Like this, again, carousels are where it's at. If you're not doing them, you should start doing them and then mix those in with some reels from time to time. They just do so well, right? And you can see he goes through a lot of stuff like this, right? So here's another one. FDA bans artificial red dye. He might, I don't know what he does for it. He might fight it, but he does a really, really good job of it. And if I was you, I would go through here, save some of the stuff and make it into your own, like that type of angle or the language that he uses. It just works really, really well. All right. And now last but not least, Saturday, I like to post a personal story or a connection post. Now this could be you and your dog, you and your family, you doing something that you like to do, because again, people have to have a connection with you. They've got to trust you. They've got to like you. So you can do that just by, sharing little snippets of your life. So here, this is me and Claire. We recently in November traveled to Sedona. Okay. So I just said, hey, shout out to Claire. She's been super helpful. Here's the things that we've did together. And, I'm feeling very grateful for the relationship that I have with her. Right. And it just feels good. One, I'll give her love. She also loves receiving that. And then also people can see, oh, cool. Matt also is in a committed relationship. He's a nice guy. He's in Sedona. He's done all these cool things. Cool. Right. It's just like drawing some parallels and letting people into your life outside of just here's what I do professionally. Right. So this is the content prompts and schedule that we give to all of our clients. And inside of our community, we actually have daily content prompts that follow a posting schedule like this. So every single day inside of our paid mastermind, we give people prompts, and it's been a huge, huge game changer for our clients. So we just have all the prompts here with references to the reels, with references to the content, here's what you can put in the templates, all the way through. Here's a slide. Here's what to put in each slide. Because we found that, yeah, it's just so good. I'm so proud of my team, I'll tell you that. But we've just found that so many people struggle with coming up with the ideas of what to create. And if you can have a template or a foundation, right? You don't have to use this exactly. You can use parts of this and say, hey, I want to reorganize the days, or I just want to post 3 times a week, but I'm going to do a value, testimonial post, and a throwing rock post. Whatever you want to do, okay? Just make sure that you have a plan. You've got a plan, and that you're using content as a middle of the funnel to build a relationship with people. You want to build the know, like, and trust. Don't just try to get new eyeballs with your content. You'll get a bunch of followers, but your content and engagement will be like this. And you might have a really hard time with sales, okay? So if you remember anything from this, 1, have a plan with content, and 2, be yourself in your content, okay? If you can do those things, you're gonna attract better quality people. You're gonna make more money on Instagram, and you're gonna actually enjoy it, okay? And that's really, really important long-term. Okay, so that's all I've got for today. If you like today's video, smash that subscribe button so I can create more videos just like this to help you grow and scale online. All right, that's all I got for today, and I'll see you guys next time.